Ek klim vir 'n treinrit wat my glo my lewe gaan weerspieël. Klomp stasies op my pad. Sommige mooier as ander, maar elk uniek. En dan die moerkoffie, die lewe se vernis, rond, vol, geurig en vol smaak, ryk en lekker. Drink hom slukkie vir slukkie, geniet hom. Laat hy oor die tong rol, want by jou stasie is die rit verby. Die rit weet te flits van die geheue.
Jy's my jou vriend, hoe lyk dinge? So vir jou sê, is alweer, kan jy dit oorvertel, alweer Woensdag. En gebruiklik sal ek sommer uit vanoggend hier, ek gesels met jou hier van die Moerkoffie Express uit. Moet jy om een ding sê, nee, ek het 'n baie karre in my lewe al gehad en gery, en so meer. Maar hierdie VW Caddy is om verseker. Dit is so maklik en so gemaklik om een te bestuur, want dis amper so, ek het baie platkarre gehad, GTI's en R's en al sulke tipe goeders. Maar daai karre moet jy almal aantrek, jy weet, en dan sukkel jy om hulle weer uit te trek. Hierdie ding is nog 'n ander ene. Hy is net so soort van, as jy gaan sit, wat ek meen, as jy inklim en uitklim, is net so goed. Jy gaan sit op die toilet, een van my gunsteling posisies natuurlik, of jy staan op vanaf die toilet. Dis hoe gemaklik dit is. Maar ek wil nie met jou praat vandag oor enigszins oor goed soos toilette en so meer nie. Hierdie ding met die president Cyril Ramaphosa is besig om te verdiep. Hy is besig om kwaai te verdiep. En so aan, want ons het nou gesien uit eergisteraand, as ek reg is, ek dink is maandag aand, het hy weer een, soos in die ou dae, het was lekker om hom weer te sien, man. Hy het bietjie gesels oor, jy weet, die hele ding met die Phala skandaal en so, en nadat ek het klaar gekyk het, jy kan sien, die man is nie homself nie, behalwe toe hy gesê het, ek gaan nog steeds vir julle die beste bring vir hierdie land. Kon jy sien, hy het so 'n skalkse glimlaggie gehad. Maar voor dit was daar geen tekens van dit nie. Jy kan duidelik sien, hy en sy party, die ANC, want moenie vergeet nie, hy is nog steeds die president van die ANC ook. Ek kon dit nog nooit verstaan het nie, wat ek meen. Jy weet, as jy die president is van 'n land, jy's nommer 1, is jy eintlik veronderstel om totally, soos die Engelse sê, unbiased te wees, wat ek meen. Jy moet jou nie laat aan die neus lei deur enige politieke party om hulle narratiewe en so meer te bevorder nie. So, ek kon dit nog nooit verstaan het nie. Dit was nog altyd vir my so soort van strange, vreemd. Maar in die geval van politiek bly maar 'n morse gespil. Ons kan dit nie, ons kan nie wegskram vanaf dit nie. En in politieke partye is al mense met verskeie idees en narratiewe en so meer, so dan kry jy nou nog infighting ook binne in die party, soos byvoorbeeld met die ANC en die SA Kommunistiese Party, want nou dat ons reg voor 'n volgende verkiesing is, provinsiale en munisipale verkiesing, het die SA Kommunistiese Party, die SAKP, die SICP, hulle het nou besluit, hulle gaan ook nou deelneem aan die verkiesing, waar hulle al die jare maar eintlik op die ANC se rug ry. Ek wonder of hulle ooit 'n faksmasjien ooit in hulle lewe besit het, of enige iets, of 'n riem papier, waar is al hulle printing en goed is gedoen, seker maar daar by Tooliehuis, maar dis nou maar net ek, dis hoe ek het verstaan. So, ja, dit is my altyd baie interessant, hierdie goed, en ja, daar was met Gwenny Matashi, want Kyk, Gwedi is in die ANC, hy is 'n ware neef. Hy is definitief 'n ware neef, soos Olaf Berg en Lucas Maree en Steve Hofmeyer en daai ouens vir my ware neefs is. Hy is definitief, hy is verseker, hy's 'n ware neef in die ANC. Dis nou Gwedi Matashi. Nou Gwedi Matashi het in 'n onderhoud die volgende te sê gehad.
Let's understand what it is then that he will likely brief on tonight. Do you know what he's going to talk about?
I really don't know what he's going to talk about, but I think he has a right to tell the nation what he thinks of the process. What is, though, surprising us is the desperation displayed by opposition parties. We are dealing with a court judgment this side. Two opposition parties filed for a vote of no confidence, a shortcut, and we say, but that is a sign of desperation. All that people are desperate to see is the backside of the president. And we say to the president, don't make it easy for them. Let them work for it. We will work with the ANC people. One of the things that we must work on is this thing of every Jack and Jill in the political parties, thinking that they can invest on a divided ANC, which they are not going to find. They are going to find an ANC that is united on every part of the journey.
Yeah.
We'll be together.
You're not going to talk to us about the strategy. You're not willing to tell us what the strategy is going to be. But I'll tell you one person who appears to claim that his phone has been blowing up since that Constitutional Court verdict, and that is the leader of the Democratic Alliance, Jordan Hill-Lewis, and part of the request from the ANC is that he urges his party not to vote on this impeachment process, basically not to vote against the president.
I don't know who he talked to in the ANC. The ANC is too big, it's too huge. But I can assure you that he never spoke to me. And I've also read where he says if he's asked to act as a president, he will not refuse. So that means that shows an ambition of an individual. I can't talk to that. The ambitions of individuals belong to them. They must invest to achieve their ambitions. In one interview, he said his first task when he becomes the president will be to fire me as a minister. So when people are having ambitions and awkward views about processes that they don't understand fully, I don't waste my time by engaging such processes. We'll engage with the DA. The DA will take its decision as a party. We'll take our decision as a party.
Jy sien, dis nou waar die ding nou inkom. Hulle vra hom, okay, jy kan nou nie praat oor hierdie vergadering wat julle gehad het nie, want dis mos nou hoogs geheimhouding en so aan. Weet jy wat die president gaan sê? Dan sê hy, nee, hy weet nie eintlik nie en so aan. Maar ek glo hy het geweet. Daar was besluit gewees dat Cyril waarskynlik nie gaan net afstap nie. Hy gaan nie sommer net die gees gee en almal gee wat hulle wil hê nie, want baie van die drukgroepe wil hê hy moet voetsek. So, maar toe vra hulle vir hom hierdie vraag. Die onderhoudvoerder vra vir hom hierdie vraag oor die SA Kommunistiese Party.
And there's nothing wrong with the ANC using its numbers to take a particular decision.
I don't want to waste more time. Let's get into Solima Phala.
Yes.
I want us to listen, and you listen for yourself, so that you don't say, I'm putting words in his mouth. Please take a listen.
En voordat ek dit vir jou speel, wil ek net vir jou wys wat het vir Kile Balula 'n tyd gelede, ek dink dit was hier in Dabaai, wat hy te sê gehad het, want ek sien ons agbare burgemeesteres sit ook op die video. Luister gou eens wat het Gwedi te sê gehad oor verdeelde soort van loyaliteit gedurende hierdie verkiesing tussen die ANC en die SA Kommunistiese Party. Maar dan sê hy ook, ja, maar julle moet onthou, ons is nog steeds soort van maatjies, ons is neefs van mekaar.
We are done with the SACP. I don't know what answer you want. I can't answer Communist Party every day. They've taken a decision to run for elections. We have taken our own decisions. 11th May is a deadline. You must choose. You are going to campaign for the ANC or the Communist Party. Simple. From the branch to the region, to the province, to national, the report must come to the Secretary General that I, as Mbalula, bona fide member of the ANC and the Communist Party, in this election, Comrade SG, I choose to campaign for the party. But even that in itself is not inimical to my movement. I still belong to it, but this time around I'm campaigning for the party. Full stop. You can't work for both platforms. The ANC is still in alliance with the SACP, and there's no issue about it. But we can't have two parties on the ground campaigning for this and that. We know of dual membership. We have explained dual membership. Dual membership is permanent. It is there. It is informed by strategic nature of the tripartite alliance. And the alliance is not dead. It will depend whether this SACP contesting outside the ANC will strengthen or weaken the alliance. But now we are done with that. And we have instructed our members on the ground. We have addressed them. Don't treat Communist Party as your enemy. It's not your enemy. They are your comrades still. They've just chosen to stand on their own and campaign and and make the party as a candidate on the list. It's fine. We will see what the result will be after the elections. If there's any member of the ANC in our colors and also ANC activists who are going to be antagonistic to the party, there will be consequences.
En aardig nie. En hier kom Gwenny Matashi en hy kyk na hierdie video van die leier van die ISAKP en hy gaan so, ag nee wat man, hierdie is water van 'n eend se rug af.
We welcome this Constitutional Court judgment. Comrade Mandla, now Ukipi statement is, was it yesterday, Mandla? Yes, Ukipi statement welcoming this Constitutional Court judgment on impeachment of the president. I share the impeachment. I share ngoba mayidileya angeke sibe nezakhiwo zakahulumeni yonke into ezabe ithengisiwe kukhona abantu bathi barani operation Vulindlela bosomabhizinisi bahleli right inside the presidency. They are sharing the resources of this country.
Mr. Matashe, what is Mr. Mapaila talking about? I'm more interested in what he is saying about what is going on in the state. But perhaps before we get there, him coming out to say the president must go, is that something that is that's shocking to you?
I have not had any central committee that has met since the judgment. So at this point in time, I discount his views as his views, not as a structural view of the party. He is the general secretary of the party, has the right to express views, but it's his individual views.
Maar terug by Phala. Die president het toe met die land, met ons, die volk gepraat. En soos gebruiklik het hy vir hulle, of vir ons gesê, gedurende hierdie televisie debat uitsending, dat hy is nog steeds van mening en hy gaan hom daarvoor beywer om vir almal hierdie land beter te maak. Nou as hy dit sê, dan dink hy onmiddellik aan al die BEE-wetgewing, BEE, Broad-Based Economic Empowerment, whatever, en ook die basiese radical economic transformation policies en goed is. Maar hy sê nie, hy is nog steeds, dit is waarvoor hy hom beywer.
There have been calls from certain quarters calling on me to resign. At the same time, there have also been a number of calls for me not to resign. I therefore address you this evening to clearly state my position. When I assumed office of President of the Republic of South Africa, I said that it was a responsibility that I would discharge with the greatest care. I said that I would work with you, side by side, to build the South Africa that we all want and deserve. I said that I would work with you, side by side, to build the South Africa that we all want and deserve. It is these undertakings that compel me tonight to address you.
En toe kom hy met hierdie ene en hy sê die volgende. Hy sê, kyk, ek gaan nêrens heen nie. I'll be back. En ek gaan nog steeds vir julle dien soos ek dit van tevore gedoen het.
I remain here and am not resigning. May God continue to bless South Africa and protect her people. Thank you.
Nou soos vroeër genoem, nadat ek nou Cyril Ramaphosa die president, ons moet nie vergeet nie, hy is die land se president en hy is agbaar, so ons moet hom eintlik meneer die president noem. En nie sommer net Cyril nie. Hy is nie ons maatjie nie. Cyril, meneer die president, hy het toe gesê wat hy gesê het en gesê het, hy gaan die saak verwys weer terug na die hof toe, want baie van die goed stem hy nie meer saam nie en so meer en so meer.
The Constitutional Court found that certain aspects of the National Assembly rules that govern the process for the removal of the President from office are inconsistent with our Constitution. The judgment has given rise to much commentary, debate and speculation. There's been much concern and uncertainty in the country over the last few days following the delivery of the Constitutional Court judgment. I will continue to cooperate with all institutions that are mandated to deal with all these matters. When the independent panel submitted its report in December 2022, I said that I disagreed with its findings and the process of reasoning that led to those findings. In my submission to the panel, I said, the complaints against me are based on hearsay allegations. No evidence, let alone sufficient evidence, has been presented to prove that I committed any violation, let alone a serious violation of the Constitution or the law, or serious misconduct as set out in the Constitution. As a consequence, I decided then to approach our courts to take the report of the independent panel on review. I was advised by my legal team that the panel report was capable of being reviewed by a court of law on several grounds, including the misconception of its mandate, grave errors of law, and unfounded conclusions of fact. However, the outcome of the vote of the National Assembly in 2022 stopped the process of further examination through a review of the report, resulting in the report having no practical or legal consequence. I therefore did not proceed at the time with the review of the panel's report, as the National Assembly had taken a decision on the matter. However, I did say at the time that I reserved my right to institute review proceedings against the panel's report should circumstances change.
Nou wonder ek by myself, wat gaan nou eintlik gebeur hier aan die einde van die dag? Gaan dit ook maar iets wees wat net soos met baie van die goed gedoen in die Sonderkommissie, gaan dit maar net onder die mat ingevee word en tyd gaan sy tol eis. Reg aan die uiteinde gaan almal vergeet daarvan en gaan, ja, wat. Want onthou, die president moet weer herverkies word in 2027, iewers in 'n tent naby Nazareth of wat ook al. So wat gaan hier gebeur, wat ek meen? As jy luister na baie van die regskenners en so meer, is hierdie maar net 'n geval van tydkoop deur hierdie saak weer te laat soort van die hof te vra om te kyk na hulle uitspraak. En sou die hof besluit dat sy uitspraak was nie heeltemal korrek nie en so meer, dan gaan hulle hulle uitspraak verander, hulle bevindinge. En dan kan dit waarskynlik voor 'n impeachment commission kan dit basies gestel word. En dan gaan hulle probeer soos in egte Amerikaanse styl die president impeach, wat ek nie dink werklik gaan werk in Suid-Afrika nie. Ek twyfel. Nie met die ANC in die rond is nie. Die ander ding is, wat hulle kan doen is, hulle kan sê, kom ons stel, want die impeachment gaan rondom artikel, dink is 89. Maar daar is nog 'n artikel iewers wat hulle praat van, jy kan basies, al kan 'n mosie van wantroue ingestel word, waarvoor jy anyway net 'n 50% meerderheid nodig het. Nou dan kan dit wees dat, as hulle vra vir 'n mosie van wantroue, dat die president tydens so 'n sitting kan basies gevra word om te waai. Maar as die werklik gronde is, werklike kriminele gronde, dan moet daar tog kriminele aksie geneem word. Al word hy ook basies ontloof.
His crime is that there were dollars found at his property that were not declared.
Yes.
People listening to you, people such as the former leader of your party and the former president of this country, President Mbeki, he didn't mince his words, that in his view, what appeared to be happening there is that there could very well have been money laundering that is taking place. Why do you seek to minimize what was found at the president's property? Because even though, Mr. Mantashe, there is no stealing of money from the state, it still is a crime. If dollars were found at my house, I would have been in jail by now.
Then that is the issue that is going to be considered by the impeachment committee. Is that impeachable? And then I want to leave that at that.
As die staatspresident, dan moet there must be criminal consequences. Dan moet hy verantwoording doen vir dit wat gebeur het. So, ek sou sê dat die opsie van mosie van wantroue gaan waarskynlik beter werk. I think it's going to work better. It's going to be more effective. Maar nou ja, hulle sê, daar was 'n transaksie gewees. Ou het met 580,000 Amerikaanse dollars deur die Oliver Tambo lughawe gekom. En hy het ook gepraat gedurende 'n onderhoud met hom. Ek dink dit was in 2022 as hy genader toe dit bekend geword het. Ek dink hy's 'n Mustafa of iets. Het hy ook gepraat, hy's 'n hotshot miljonair of whatever, Sudanees. En hy bly blykbaar in Dubai. Sy lieflike vroutjie met al haar handsakke en haar skoentjies en wat jy ook gaan sien in hierdie klip. En dis wat hy te sê gehad het.
Back in South Africa, there are a lot of rumors that you are a bagman, a money launderer for the Russian mafia. There's another story that you do money laundering for the Sudanese government. That
$500,000.
that you are involved in corruption.
Yeah, you know, always people are talking like whatever, you know. Like that, the journalist, he said, Gucci wife, or about my wife, because she's wearing Gucci. They just want to talk. The people, they just want to talk.
A little storage room just for shoes. It's a disaster, just excuse me. But Chanel, Gucci, Moschino, Dolce & Gabbana, Louis Vuitton, everything. But there's no space for more. I have to like get rid of some.
So daar het wel 'n transaksie plaasgevind. Dit weet ons nou. Hy het bewyse daarvan dat hy die geld betaal.
It's $600,000. New banknotes packed. And I went straight away to the red sign where it's...
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Why do you travel with so much money?
I was planning to buy, I know the regulation all over the world. If you declare it, you have no problem.
South African Revenue Services says it has been unable to find any record that Sudanese businessman Hazim Mustafa declared the large sum of foreign currency he brought into South Africa in December 2019.
As long as you are not smuggling, and I have no reason to make me to smuggle.
Mustafa has alleged that he declared $580,000 upon entering the country. It is also alleged that the businessman paid President Cyril Ramaphosa for some buffalo on his Phala farm in the same year.
You mentioned this earlier, that they were willing to sell so many buffalo because they had financial problems, I think you said.
I hear from the guy in the hotel.
That the owners of Phala had financial problems.
The farm. He didn't talk about owner. He said, he said, I hear that they're facing some financial issues, then they wanted to sell some of their cattle.
You're going to get the buffalo that you paid for?
For sure now, after the investigation finish, either I will go or I send my team, my legal team to go there to negotiate with them. If they are not there, the quality which I asked and I chose, they should refund it to me.
You get to Phala, you meet Mr. Sylvester, and you go and look at the buffalo.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
I paid the money and I got the receipt.
How much money did you pay?
$580,000. He told me it will take time to arrange the certificate. I said, I understand clearly. And also I asked him for 1 month's notification before. So I will be ready here also. I have to do, according to the copies of documents which will be sent to me, I have to arrange here also the customs and the other things.
When the scandal broke about the break-in at the president's house and all this foreign money was found allegedly in the furniture, what was your reaction then?
I said, what the hell?
Maar nou is daar die ouens wat sê, nee man, het was baie meer geld as dit, jong. Baie meer geld as dit. Cyril het baie maar die volgende te sê gehad oor die geld.
All this was money from proceeds from selling animals. I have never stolen money from anywhere. The amount involved is far less than what has been banded in the press. Babang this morning bariki billion rand, Babang bariki $4 million and so forth. I want to say it's far less.
Maar ongeag van wat meneer die president gesê het, dat niemand weet hoeveel geld dit was nie. Ja, toch maak dit 'n groot verskil. As jy luister na wat hierdie ou sê, hy sê, dit was $580,000 wat hy saam met hom gedra het. Hy het blijkbaar 'n paar buffels wat hy kan aflei vir $80,000 gekoop, wat hy nooit geontvang het nie. En hy wou die ander geld gebruik het om 'n huis te koop. Goeie vraag is, het hy toe die huis gekoop?
And you know, when you have cash, when you buy, you are reputable, and you know, if you went somewhere and they said, I won't buy this, have to prove that you are capable to buy, and you know, the negotiation will be different, totally different, and the prices as well. So my plan was to buy a house.
House where?
In Cape Town. After we finish, I wanted to go to Cape Town to buy a house for my wife.
Want jy weet, in kriminele sirkels is daar ding soos 'n bagman, 'n sakkedraer, mense wat geld skuif. En dis waaroor money laundering gaan, mense wat geld skuif. Ja, mense wat geld skuif. Maar die groot ding wat nog bly staan is eenvoudig soos dit. Dat dit was dollars. Nou is niks meer fout om in dollars te handel te dryf nie. Dollar is soos enigiets anders, 'n roepie, whatever, 'n rand. Al was in dollars getrade, maar die een ding wat se paal bo water staan, net soos jy gehoor het in hierdie video, Mustafa sê hy die dollars by die lughawe gekleer by die belastingmanne. Hulle sê hulle weet nie daarvan nie. So, wat sê ons nou? Meneer die president, jy het onverklaarde dollars in jou bank gehad.
Why did the president not simply do what would have been expected of every citizen of this country? Someone has broken into my property and they found dollars which I had yet to declare. I'm coming to a police station to open a case.
What I'm not going to do, because I'm not going to take your bait. You are trapping me.
In jou rusbank gehad, ek moet nou nie die twee verwar met mekaar, ja, so groot verskil tussen 'n bank en 'n rusbank. Geld het al gerus. Nooit dat SARS verklaar nie. So dit wil lyk. Soek nooit verklaar aan die reservebank nie, ja, geld is gekleer nie. Die ou sê dat 'n transaksie plaasgevind. $80,000. So waar die ander geld vandaan gekom? En toe bars die bom. En hierdie man Arthur Fraser wat die saak begin het, sê die volgende.
So, talking about making ends meet, shortly after you opened the Phala case, you were approached and offered a whole lot of money.
That's true.
It's about 50 million.
Plus.
50 million plus.
No, it was 50 million and there was additional.
To drop the case. Tell us about that. How did it happen?
Okay, that happened on the 15th of June,
yes,
2022. That person asked me to actually pull the trigger because we should not have a president that is involved in the type of activities that they were involved in.
2022.
Yeah.
You walk into Rosebank Police Station.
Correct.
To open a case against the sitting president of South Africa.
Correct.
Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa.
And people cross the border.
Yes.
During COVID.
Yes.
You know? So a multitude of crimes were committed. The people that was party to this thing said it was with the knowledge and the consent of the president.
But from the people that told you all this, how much money was stolen?
Look, they said nobody could put a finger on it. They knew it was in excess of $2 million. In that recording, he says, no, we only took $800,000 because the woman told them, you can't take everything. You must leave something so that the president don't see you've taken the money. Correct.
Your case is against the president.
Correct.
And Wali and them.
Correct.
So how far is your case? Because you were the first one to open the case. They opened their case, I think, a year later.
NBA closed that case.
Your case?
Yeah, my case was closed. They said there was nothing.
Shortly after you opened the Phala case, you were approached and offered a whole lot of money.
That's true.
It's about 50 million.
Plus.
50 million plus.
No, it was 50 million and there was additional.
To drop the case. Tell us about that. How did it happen?
That happened on the 15th of June,
yes,
2022.
Yes. It's like 14 days after I opened the case.
Correct.
Yes.
A comrade of mine that worked in the Dora unit.
Yes.
He was actually the commissar of the Dora unit.
Yes.
He gets approached by Mark Liffman.
Yeah.
And Mark Liffman indicates to him that, he's close to the advisor of the president. And he then says, look, that indicated that the president had asked him to make this matter go away, and that he was offering me 50 million to collapse this case.
Nou kan 'n mens vir Arthur Fraser glo, en is dit nie 'n soort van hoendervleis as hy praat dat Mark Liftman, vir die van julle hom nie kan onthou nie, dis die ou wat hier by George, by die George shopping mall een Sondag afgemaai is. Dat Mark Liftman was blykbaar die bagman.
But apart from the 50 million, he indicated that I could choose any department I wanted in government. They would give it to me.
So you're no longer a liability now?
Yeah, including, exactly, including intelligence. Two, that the investigations that is being run against me, they would stop that. They told me that they would get the chairperson, John, to amend his findings against me.
As 'n mens vir Arthur kan glo, ek glo hy het bewyse vir dit, want hy noem die datum so op, wil ek amper sê hierdie getuienis van Arthur Fraser gaan vir die president 'n ketting met 'n anker om sy nek vorm.
Since a criminal complaint was laid against me in June 2022, I have consistently maintained that I have not stolen public money, committed any crime, nor violated my oath of office.
He then states to me that, he's getting pressure from the DA.
From the DA?
From the DA.
To fire you?
To fire me.
I have said and admitted that there was a theft at the farm, and I reported that to a general of the South African police, who later informed me that he's also reported it to another general of the South African police. That matter, obviously, is under processing within the police service.
And is the president of the ANC in the country?
You must know what he says after this.
Okay, I'm listening.
So he says he's under pressure from the DA. So I said, I understand, that's political noise, Mr. President. He says, no, but you are liability to the ANC commissioner. Hey?
Liability?
Liability.
In what way?
It is the first time that, let alone a president of the ANC. It's the first time somebody says I'm a liability to government. He says you're a liability to the ANC, you are a liability to government, you are a liability to me. And I look at this, my ANC president, and I say, oh. So I then tell him, but Mr. President, he said, but you helped NDZ at Nazareth.
2017. Yes.
So I told him, Mr. President, do you think you'd be president if I helped NDZ at Nazareth? Because I don't think so.
They are dealing with it. I deny that there was any form of money laundering. I have said, and I've said it more publicly, that it was proceeds of sale of gain.
Maar wie's ek nou wat ek meen om enigiets te sê? Maar ons sou hierdie storie hou ons baie versigtig toppie vanaf die Moerkoffie Express. Elke Saterdagoggend 8 tot 10 sien jou op die trein. Groetnis.
I'll be back.
Die Moer Koffie Express, Saterdag van 8 tot 10. 'n ontbytprogram met 'n verskil. Aktueel, nostalgies met dit sulkie moer. Alwyn met die omgekeerde W, Mouton. Net hier op Radio Suid-Afrika.
Radio South Africa. Your voice. .24/7